point for Kuya Alan. So let me read it to you. Uncle Alan. Uncle Alan's life has brought many things like love, reflected greatly in how he considers and provides. Uncle Alan's life has brought many things like joy, reflected greatly in laughs through the toughest of times. Uncle Alan's life has brought many things like godliness, reflected greatly in using the Bible as his guide. Uncle Alan's death, too, has brought many things like love. He brought many people together, all who love him dear. Uncle Alan's death, too, has brought many things like joy. He brought memories back, thus laughter amongst tears. Uncle Alan's death, too, has brought many things like godliness. He's a reminder to live a life pleasing to God we fear. Though this is a time of grief seemingly too large, it is also a time for smiles on our face, for we celebrate a man with the biggest of hearts and look forward to seeing him in a better place. And this one's from Hannah. Uncle Alan. When I think about Uncle Alan, many precious memories came to mind. He was a respectable man. He was the type of person who listened to you when you spoke up to him and gave advice when necessary. He was someone who could easily talk to without feeling discomfort. He is especially good at summarizing things. I remember a few months ago, I was assigned to make a 10-minute presentation on call for my environmental science class. Not knowing where to start or what to talk about, I asked the adults for help after one of our Sunday service. They pointed me to Uncle Alan. Since he worked with renewable energy, he should have able to give me plenty of useful information on coal from his own perspective. Walking up to him, I was prepared to write down a backload for information. To avoid getting an hour-long lecture, I asked him to summarize all that he knew about coal. Looking me straight in the eye, he pointed at me and said, "Coal is bad." We laughed as he joked in the end. He never really gave me much information on the topic, but to be fair, he did summarize it very briefly. Another memory I remember vividly was a couple weeks before that. One afternoon after church, our family was walking back to our car and saw Uncle Alan and his family in front of the IT center, waiting for a taxi. We stopped for a small chat, and he asked me about my plans for the future, to which I told him I wanted to major in film and media productions in university. He jokingly made me promise to make him the movie star in my first film. I nodded my head in laughter, feeling happy that he was genuinely interested in my future plans, and that he wanted to be part of it, even though he was joking. To me, Uncle Alan was a man who cared about others and wasn't afraid to show it. He loved to make people smile, whether it be young people or not so young. He will always be remembered as a kind-hearted and gentleman. Thank you.